Hey, it's Kate and welcome back. Today we are making tahini-stuffed chocolate covered dates. These look like a chocolate turtle. They eat like a healthier Snickers bar and they are fun to make. They're so good. They changed my life, my little quarantine snacking, late night snacking life Anyway, I cannot wait to show these to you. They are not my creation. I saw them on Instagram. My girl crush I follow, Erin Ireland, first made them in her stories. Somebody else probably made them that she saw. Anyway, I always want to share with you my latest obsession, and today this is it. Let's get cooking. These I have are just super soft, large, and luscious. They are gonna kind of form the caramel component for these little nuggets of joy. So first we're just going to pit about 12 dates. While we're pitting them, we want to just see if we can take a little slit off the top and leave the bottom whole, because we are going to be filling these with all kinds of, two kinds of yummy goodness. Put these onto a parchment lined plate. I use raw tahini. It's a little more expensive, but it's got a thicker consistency, and you know what? There's some research saying that raw nuts are better than roasted nuts, so I'm starting to switch over. Obviously I need the salty, crunchy roasted peanuts for this, but the tahini doesn't really matter if it's raw or cooked. So I'm gonna give this a little stir, and then inside each of my little date friends, we are going to put a nice, generous dollop of this raw tahini. Just stuff as much of this tahini into your little date friends as possible. Don't worry if it gets a little messy or if you think that it's gonna fall out. In my experience, and I've made these ever since I made them for the first time. I've made them, you have permission to talk, cameraman, 4 times?
At least.
Maybe more. When I get obsessed with something, I get obsessed. I'm a creature of habit. Anyway, if it seems like, oh, it's not gonna fit, it's gonna run out, chances are it won't. We're gonna cover this in some chocolate, and the chocolate kind of acts to hold it all together. And these are gonna get popped into the freezer. Okay, so now this step is done, and we can either, 2 options, melt your chocolate, or if you want to be a little naughtier, this is what gives these the kind of Snickers experience that I was talking about earlier. We can add some toasted salted peanuts to the dates. So obviously I'm going to do that. Once I tried them this way, I have not gone back. So depending on how many fit, I'd say 2 to 5, but if you have smaller dates, you're not going to be able to get as many. Okay, that was too many. I'm getting too excited here. To me, dates are almost too sweet, so I like to temper them with a super dark chocolate. I've tried all different kinds of combinations, but right now I'm liking 100%, so super bitter, and 85 mixed together. So you're gonna need about 3 bars total. So for these dates are getting a double dip. So for dip number 1, swim number 1 in the chocolate, you're gonna do half of a dark 100%. If you're crazy super into dark chocolate like I am, you do not have to use 100%. So one of those, or half of one of those, and then a full regular dark chocolate bar. And these are gonna go over low heat. And I'm gonna give them a little stir. Okay, so hot tip, if your tahini's a little on the melty side like mine is, it wasn't in the fridge long enough, pop these in the freezer while you wait for the chocolate to melt for just 2 minutes. And to these, we're gonna add a little bit of coconut oil, refined. I'm not about coconutty tasting things. So when you get refined coconut oil, it means that it's just using that beautiful saturated fat And taking out the coconut flavor. If you're a coconut flavor kind of person, if you love coconut and chocolate, just go for regular. So to the 1.5 chocolate bars, I added 1/2 tablespoon of coconut oil. Okay, chocolate's about melted. It smells really, really yummy. I'm about to get those tahini dates out of the freezer. They've been in there for like 1 minute. And they're about to go for a swim, the swim of their lifetime. Aren't these pretty? And I'm talking about the dates, not my bangs. Those were a midnight bad quarantine decision. But just like this, like this is a good idea. If you want to like stop here and have a snack, here's your pretty healthy snack. Okay, so now is the dip in chocolate number 1. So you're gonna take your spoon, fresh spoon, and I actually turned the heat off. You can turn it back on if your chocolate starts to harden. And in these dates go for their little swim. Okay, so you see when I have the spoon to sort of do the coating, it's kind of surprising how even this was like a way overstuffed one. The tahini all kind of stays. It's like it knows. It knows its purpose in life. It knows where it's supposed to stay. All right, it's been 45 long minutes. My dates are nice and hardened. Dip number 2, final step. It's just like dip number 1, 1.5 bars of super dark chocolate, as dark as you can stand it. 1/2 tablespoon of coconut oil, melted over low heat. And each date goes for a little swim. You can do this with 70% chocolate, 60% chocolate. You know, the darker you go, the healthier it is, the less added sugar, and the more just that cacao antioxidant action you're getting. But honestly, I do this for taste reasons, because these dates I just find dates so sickeningly sweet almost. I mean, I ate 4 a day for the entire last trimester of my last pregnancy, thinking it would give me an easier labor. I mean, it's supposed to. Okay, I don't want to scare anyone who's pregnant or anything right now. Anyway, let's not talk about the labor. I got a baby, and I still like dates. And it's fun to eat them for pleasure and not for medicinal purposes. All right, chocolate's ready, and these guys are ready to meet their final fate. And this step is even easier than before. One thing I forgot to say, and I'm really glad I remembered now, because this is pretty important, is you want to avoid the dates touching each other. The chocolate might pool in together. That's totally fine, like in between dates. But a couple times, the one time I let the dates touch, they stuck together so much that when I tried to pull them apart, the chocolate coating came off. They didn't look as nice. It just wasn't as nice of an experience. So no touchy. I suppose it's not as imperative on the first dip as it is on the second, because the second dip, this is it. This is the end of the road. No more chances to be perfect and amazing. No pressure, guys. Sorry, can you hear that I'm talking about you? Okay, I'm just gonna finish up and do the rest. Okay, friends, final optional step, a sprinkle of nice coarse or even not coarse salt over these guys. Really make everything pop. I know people are like, I don't like salty desserts, and I know you think you don't, but you do. No, did that sound rude? And that's it. All right, it's been 45 minutes. Okay, it's been 35 minutes, but someone needs to go OUTSIDE. So we are taking the dates out of the freezer. They actually look pretty good. All right, so Gonna break these bad boys apart. You want cookies? How about a chocolate covered date? Would you like to have a chocolate covered date? Just cookies. Oh, I think you're gonna change your mind once you taste one of these. So now the truth is out. I've made these 4 times that I've never once shared with my toddler. He's gonna have a bite though, and his mind's gonna be blown. Gregor, do you want a chocolate cookie? Okay, I'm gonna give you a bite of one. We're gonna have one together.
My cookies.
Yeah, but here's a special kind of cookie. Will you be my taste tester? I'm gonna have a bite first, then you. All right. These look perfect. No. Me first, then you. Okay, you wanna go first? They're hard. Yeah, they're really hard. You gotta really use your teeth. There you go. You got the little close up on this. Super sweet date. Nutty tahini. Salty peanut. Do I have chocolate on my face? You guys, it's really like eating a healthier Snickers. Do you like it?
Dad.
You want to give it to Dad? Oh, that's really sweet of you. Do you not want any more?
Fine.
Okay. Well, maybe Dad can have one of these. Let's maybe not hold it with your whole hand. You guys, these are so much healthier than Oreos, which I've been eating a bit of too during this quarantine. They're fun to make. You feel good about eating them. You don't feel bad afterwards, like no sugar rush and crash. It's all like pretty much whole healthy foods. And that's why I'm like nerded out about how delicious they taste. Go make them. I love you. Stay safe, everybody, and thank you for watching.